stressing things that create like validation that I didn't need to worry about.
I was singing, wait. Yeah.
I always knew that I was supposed to make Dirty Computer before I did the Arc Android.
I wanna leave you with this short. Don't get distracted. The devil is busy. But you gotta stay focused. 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Pace yourself, stay in your own lane, embark on your journey. Just pace yourself, stay in your own lane, embark on your journey. Just pace yourself, stay in your own lane, embark on your journey. Just pace yourself.
So just from sitting in the session, I want to know, how long have you been putting the album together, and what song from the album was the hardest to write?
I've been working on this album a year and maybe a half. A year and a half so far. Now this is in the studio. Outside of the studio, I've conceptualized this thing.
That's more so what I want to know. How long have you been actually working on the project? Like,
I've been working on this project premeditated for about, since I started doing music. I had already planned to get to this point at some point, but I didn't know this point was going to be like right now, right? And so that's what, say 13 years, right? You want to say 13 years? It's actually a revisit back to how I started doing music, because I started doing music in this theatrical form with like the acting and stuff, and it didn't really pull over too well in the beginning because I was just starting.
okay.
And I don't think the world was really in a place to receive something like that at the time.
Yeah, okay. I definitely see that.
And then my brother Marcus McCoy said it best. It felt like a reset, and it's like, just go back to where you started. It felt like this was the right time to do it, you know. And the hardest song to record. The hardest song to record was Dominion.
Okay.
And the reason why it was hard, and right was Dominion, is because it was talking about the last relationship I was in, and I didn't want to write it because I'm still connected to the person.
What do you draw from creatively? Like, where does this production style, where does this arrangement, where does even the lyrics, just the overall vision of it, where does that come from creatively?
Sound wise, I can't help it. Sound wise, I draw from church. You know, I'm a church boy. I'm a church kid at heart. I was raised in the church, and my family either sings or plays musical instruments. I come from a musical family, so when I'm composing, I hear everything, and I don't just hear live instrumentation. I hear like stereophonic sounds. I hear sound effects. Sometimes I hear animals and things. Sometimes I hear like nature elements. I hear everything. So I'm all about what does the moment call for? Like, what am I feeling? What type of mood am I trying to emote? And how am I going to get that across on this record? And writing wise, I just draw from my personal experiences, man. And I know that there's a time for certain truths within me to come out. So I just rest on that. Okay.
From an entertainment standpoint, just overall entertainment, what are the things that I would say inspired you as a young man?
So I was born in '88, but raised in the '90s, right? So '90s theme songs are everything.
Yeah.
Right? 90s theme songs are everything, and I'm a theme song type of guy.
Okay.
Not to mention, I love Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson was a good storyteller. He told stories more so visually than anything, but he always wrote anthems, right? And I have like a Avengers group of artists that like kind of just feed me, right? So then there's Whitney, and how Whitney was like this powerful vocalist who her agility was just insane, and Prince was like the artist, like
the artist, like,
you know what I'm saying? But then like Brandy and her being able to play with her voice in a way that nobody else can. Right?
Okay, so not to cut you off, but are you ballad driven?
Am I who driven?
Ballad driven, like
Ballad driven?
yeah. As far, or maybe that's not the right word, but that style of what they do is very similar to this big cinematic, big stadium kind of feel.
I don't know how to write small music. It's because of them. I don't know how to write small music, man. I feel like everything I write, because I am a storyteller too, everything sounds like a movie. And I don't know how to write. I don't know how to create music where it doesn't sound big and like, I don't know how to create music outside of that. And it's because of them. It really is. And TVs, and I love going to the movies. So, yeah, man. Yeah, I am a big, a big motion picture movie. That's cinematic writer. Yeah,
and then even just hearing from the skits and just the way that the songs that I've heard are arranged, like even Dominion, like that, all the different levels, and then there's a separate section of strings, and then there's a whole nother section of we need to go over top of the strings, and then let's tweak that one little part. Now let's add this and add a swell to it, and it's like, okay, this is big. This is a huge sound. This is not just a couple songs put together and we're just gonna arrange it a little bit. No, there's a whole theme to this.
Yeah, man. Being able to do that, like direct and orchestrate those things, that came from church. From the time I was 16 to the time I was 30, I'm directing a choir and musicians and piecing everything together. You know. So
okay.
I can't help that.
So you have like you have an actual directing background.
Yes, I do, man.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks to my godmother and my big brother, Donald. I wouldn't have gone into that had it not been for them two, but yeah, that's where that stems from, man.
That makes sense. That puts a lot of pieces together. I'm like, okay, I get it now. You're an actual director, so this is home for you pretty much.
This makes sense.
Okay. Why do you refer to your albums or your project as seasons?
This particular album.
Or this particular, yes. Or explain that. Explain that whole logic to me.
I got you. So the name of this trilogy is called the Grand Kanion. Right? My last name is Kanion. I always have to describe it like that. It's Kane, like the Grand Canyon. Instead of the C-Y, it's a K and I. So I was like, all right, cool.
That's a nice way to remember that.
You know? Okay. So this album was all about reclaiming my name, reclaiming my identity, facing those things that kind of made me question those things. And so I know we live in a streaming world. Like, we stream TV shows, we stream movies, we stream books in audio form. Everything is streamed. So I wanted to tackle this album in the streaming world the same way that we look at Netflix shows or Hulu's. Like some of my favorite shows on Netflix are like Umbrella Academy or Stranger Things, right? Mm-hmm. And when it's time for those things to come out, there's like a phenomenon, right?
Yep,
and
absolutely.
People wait for those seasons to premiere so they can either binge it or just watch it every week or every month as it comes on. So I wanted to take my music and give that same feel to people, like to make us like build up the anticipation again of wanting to hear great music. Like,
yeah,
you know, rather it's every week that I release it or every month. Like, I just wanted to like give them a premiere with the pilot and at some point give them a season finale. And I know going on into it that I'm going to do 3 seasons or 3 albums necessarily in the Grand Kanion scheme of things.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where the season idea came from.
Okay. And how long have you had that idea or known that? How long did you know that you were going to do that?
Now that idea is new.
Okay.
That's why I was like, it's all about timing. Like that idea came maybe like after the first 2 songs, right? Like I recorded the first song, which was 1988, and then Happy Birthday, and I was just like, yeah, and I was watching Netflix at the time. I was binge watching Charmed, and I was like, yo, this is the type of world we live in. I was having like this experience with my career, like, yo, I can't put out music the same way that we used to, like the same way it was put out when I was a kid or the same way before the pandemic. This is a totally different world. And I think we as older artists, sometimes we like, I feel like I'm in that middle ground because we were, you know, when you're born in the year that I was born and a little bit before, a little bit afterwards, we got to see the world change.
Yep.
We got to experience it in so many ways. So we ourselves sometimes get stuck in thinking like music is experienced this way when it's not anymore. It's not anymore. So even in that was like a taking back my power moment. Like, how will I like play this game? Like, how would I get in this field and do this? If this is where we are, what can I do that makes sense to me, makes sense to what it is that I do, my purpose, what it is that I'm trying to say, like, what can I do? And this was the product of that question.
Okay.
Or that challenge, rather.
Right. I guess the last thing I want to ask you is, two more. What are 3 things that you want somebody random or somebody that's listening to take away from the project? Or take with them, rather?
What you think and what you feel matters more than what anybody else does. You can do anything at any age, at any time. And combo with this one, because this is still number 2. Just because it doesn't matter what point in life you start, like, your dreams aren't dead. For as long as you have breath, you can still achieve your dream. And I guess the third thing will be, do what makes sense to you. Like, do what's your thing to do. Like, because that's what you were put here to do. Do your thing. Do it your way, in your time, on your path, in your journey, for your purpose, for all the people that are following you. Like, do you. Don't ask nobody else for validation for that joint. Because all people going to do when they give you validation sometimes is push their fears on you. Unintentionally and intentionally. And they ain't going to do nothing but distract you. Do you. Follow that heart, that gut. That's probably the biggest thing for me, that last one. Like, follow that gut. And just let that lead you wherever, with whomever, whatever time frame that's going to lead you in, time zone. Whether you're setting yourself in the 80s or the 90s, whatever.
Right.
Just let that thing lead you, man. Yeah.